Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll have a look at the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And now I have used this device for about 3.5 days, so I'll give you my overview and what are the things that stood out on this device. And many of you have asked me to compare it with the S23 Ultra and the S24 Ultra. I don't have the S23 Ultra, but I do have this is the S24 Ultra. So I'll talk about some of the things that I noticed were considerably improved on this one, and what are some of the things that I have noticed. We'll talk about the camera stuff also in the later part of the video, because there are some improvements and also some AI additions and stuff like that. But first, if I have to talk about the first thing, and again guys, you know that this comes with the new Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy processor, and here are all the specs if you want. Again, it has all the specs you want, but again, I want to talk about, apart from the specs, what are the things that I notice in practical day-to-day life. Guys, just want to be very clear that this device was sent to me by actually Samsung, and it's a review on it. They have actually sent me the 256GB variant, but as of now, if you're buying it, you're getting a free upgrade to 512GB. I'll talk about that in the last part of the video. And the first thing that I noticed is that this is, again, I like the slight curves on this one. If you notice, the S24 Ultra, and if I even remember, S23 Ultra had the sharp edges, and I frankly never liked it because these actually dig in your hand if you use the device continuously. So these are actually rounded. So these this actually feels a lot more comfortable, and this is actually having a bigger screen. If you look at it, again, both of them have ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. You don't have to worry. This is actually having a slightly bigger screen. That is a 6.9-inch screen. If you look at the devices side by side, physically the size hasn't increased. In fact, I would say it has reduced a little bit on the S24 Ultra because of the curved edges. But if you look at very closely, it might be very difficult in the camera to locate. The bezels have reduced a little bit. That's why they're able to actually manage to put a 6.9-inch screen. Again, the first thing that I notice is that yes, this is a big screen device, but the weight balance has been done brilliant on this one. In fact, the S25 Ultra weighs 15 grams less compared to the S24 Ultra. And if you pick them side by side, that is definitely noticeable. Don't get me wrong, the weight balance of the S24 Ultra was good, but this, they have nailed it, I would say. If you notice, even the S24 Ultra, and I praise the S24 Ultra for this one, this has that anti-glare screen and all those things. Even the S25 Ultra has that. In fact, when I was using this device outside in direct sunlight, and even last year, if you notice, with the S24 Ultra, I said that this is the best device when you use it directly under the sun. Because though in terms of the nits or whatever, it doesn't claim to be like that 4,500, 4,000 nit, 5,000 nits or whatever, but the screen legibility in direct sunlight was outstanding on this one. And I thought this is the benchmark, but this one goes even brighter than the S24 Ultra. And again, I thought this was not possible, but again, as you can see, here is a small clip. As you can see, the S24 Ultra is on the left and the S25 Ultra is on the right, and this is considerably brighter. So I have to say, this is one of the brightest screen out there in direct sunlight. It's so easily visible that it doesn't matter. And also because of that anti-glare coating or whatever they have it, even if some reflection etc. is there on the back, it does not distract you. So I have to say, this is the best screen that you can get. And again, if you're using your smartphone outdoors, you will immediately appreciate the same. So overall, I would say in terms of the design, and also this one, they have made it completely flat. So when you even hold it, this does not feel that big, I would say. Here, if you notice, this was slightly rounded. So this is a lot more flatter design, I would say. And in the terms of in-hand feel and the weight balance that we call, they have done a very good job. And the biggest trump card for me is that screen. In practical day-to-day experience in bright direct sunlight, this is outstanding, guys. I have used many high-end Android smartphones, even iPhones, etc. And this screen and outdoors sunlight, direct sunlight, just shines. It's easily noticeable. Also, this comes with the new One UI 7, and this comes with Android 15 out of the box. Again, Android 15. And again, as it's a flagship smartphone, Samsung is saying next 7 years of Android upgrade. So that way it's good. And this Snapdragon 8 Elite is a very, very powerful chip. So in terms of performance, you don't have to worry about it. It is very, very fast. And again, this one also comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM. And this time I'm happy that the other S series devices also are coming with 12 gigabytes of RAM. But one thing I liked is small improvements. Now you can do voice search to actually go in a particular menu or something. For example, let's say if you go to the settings and you don't know what to do, you can just say what are you looking for is there. So I can just hit this. Let's say do not disturb settings. So it directly takes you to this. So again, you don't have to remember where these settings are there or whatever. So these are small things that they have improved. So the usability has improved. Again, in terms of fluidity, don't have to worry about it. Again, very, very fluid, no jitteriness or lagginess that I've noticed on this device. So that One UI optimizations, they have done very, very well. Now coming to the optimization, here is one thing that I found, and I thought it would be very, very similar to the S24 Ultra, that is the battery life, because this one is also having 5000 milliampere battery and this one is also having 5000 milliampere battery. But I'm happy to say that again, this is just 3.5 days of usage, guys, but definitely I would say the battery life that I'm getting is slightly better compared to the S24 Ultra. In fact, in terms of screen on time, it is giving me anywhere from 45 minutes extra to even 1 hour of extra SOT. And I think so that is because of the processor and the optimization. I read somewhere that the Snapdragon 8 Elite, if you're doing regular tasks, is a far more efficient processor. So that's what I've noticed. And if did I save the screenshot? Yeah, this was a screenshot. And as you can see, we still had about 30-ish% battery life left, and 6 hours 6 minutes on this one. And yeah, this one is another one, and we had about with 80% of battery usage, I had a screen on time of 8 hours, but this was mostly on Wi-Fi, guys. But mixed usage, anywhere from 7.5 hours to even 8.5 hours of SOT that you can get. So if you are a business-centric user, even at night and end of the day by 11 o'clock, sort of a heavy user also, then also easily you should be having about 25% to about 20% battery left on this one. One new AI feature that I think so has been added on this one, and if you hit this power button, the Gemini actually comes, and let me actually demonstrate to you. Now it can do a lot more complex tasks. Earlier this was not possible. For example, let me just try to demonstrate one example to you. I'm finding this one a lot more useful. When is the Indian budget going to be announced, and set a reminder for the same?
The Indian budget will be announced on February 1st, 2025 at 11 a.m. I'll remind you at that time.
So not only it got that data, but now if you notice, it's also set up a reminder to me. So it's doing multiple tasks. And if I hit the Samsung reminder, as you can see, it has created that task for me. So these are some of the things. So this can be useful, and you can do a lot more complex tasks. And I think so this is a nice integration that Samsung has done. Not only it's using Gemini, but in the background, it is also using some of the Samsung apps. And in fact, this also works with calendar stuff and all those things. So this is a lot more improved. Another AI, if I talk about AI feature that I found is useful, is that Samsung has added this one. For example, let me just go back. Let's just go back of this. Let me discard. Of course, the memory management is good, and also the earpiece clarity is very good for voice calls. The speakers are also very, very good, and I like the fact that the speaker, if you take a call on the speaker phone, it is very, very loud. I've noticed recently in some of the even higher end phones, though the speakers are loud, but when we take the calls on speaker phone, it's not that loud. That problem is not there on this one. Okay, I was talking about one AI feature that I liked. For example, with video, let me just. A lot of noise. There is a tractor actually going around and some vehicles, and Samsung. If you notice, I just shot this video with the front-facing camera, and if you notice, in the background there was a tractor, etc. going on, and you can actually edit that very, very easily on this one. If you hit the star button like this, and if you have a built-in audio eraser, you can increase the volume, but I just hit the auto on this one, and if I go back, where that tractor sound etc. was there. Video, and there is a lot of noise. There is a tractor actually going around. Just recording this video, and there is a lot of noise. There is a tractor actually going around and some vehicles. Just recording this video, and there is a lot of noise. There is a tractor actually going around and some vehicles. That tractor sound has been completely removed. So I find this AI feature to be very, very useful, and you don't have to record the video etc. in a special mode or something. You can just record the video normally, and later on if you find some extra noise was there and stuff like that. So this is also a very practical AI feature which works very well on this one. Now let's also talk about the camera, and if you look at the camera from the back, it looks very, very similar layout, but one big difference is, yes, the main camera is still that 200 megapixel, but the main big difference between the cameras is that now the ultra wide is a 50 megapixel instead of the 12 megapixel. Now let me do one thing. Let me actually show you some of the sample shots that I have taken with this device. Let's start with some outdoor shots, and as you can see, sharpness is very good, but you can also get this natural background blur very easily. This is with the main regular camera, and this is the ultra wide. This is a regular shot, and if you go very close, you get to the macro mode. These were actually taken in the macro mode. Another example, regular shot and ultra wide. I like that there is almost no color difference between the regular and the ultra wide. I feel the dynamic range is also very good with the camera. Now for zoom, this was that actually regular shot, and I was zooming to that camera. This is actually 3x zoom, and this is 5x zoom, a lot better I would say. This was 10x zoom, and finally this was that 30x zoom. To give you an idea, this was at 1x. Just some more random pics that I shot when I went for a bike ride. Now in indoor and artificial lighting, and this was regular shot, and this is ultra wide. The ultra wide is really wide, but there is no distortion, and this was taken in dull lighting in my office. Some more samples that were taken in night and dull lighting conditions, and I have to say it's actually doing a pretty good job in this dull night lighting conditions. This is my drawing room with the lights closed, and here I switched on the light, and this is how it looked. Also the motion blur, shutter lag is very less. As you can see, I took this shot when the movement of the TV was there and it freezed it. And here are some selfies with the 12 megapixel front facing camera taken in the regular mode, and here I enabled the portrait bokeh mode for the selfies. Recording this with the rear facing camera at 4K, and I'm just walking to give you an idea how's the stabilization. And let me see if I can move to the wide angle directly, and yes, we are at that wide angle. So definitely now, as it's a 50 megapixel shooter, it is doing a far better job. Let me just go back to that 1x zoom, and let's also do that 3x zoom within the video, and let me also jump to that 5x zoom so that you get an idea. Yeah, and now I'll directly jump back to the 1x, and I'll just walk a little bit to give you an idea how's the stabilizer. There are some stairs, I'll just climb that also. And also there is actually log recording option. Now I'm recording with the front facing camera, and I've set it to actually 4K 30. You can even go 4K 60 on this one. There was also this mode of portrait video, so I'm recording this video in the portrait video mode with the front facing camera, and I think so many vloggers and stuff might like this mode because that gives that background blur, so that generally you get that with high-end DSLRs with high-end lens, so it's giving that kind of an effect. But what do you, and I'm just climbing the stairs and etc. So what do you feel about the video recording in this portrait video mode with the front facing camera on this S25 Ultra? Also, we do have this pro video, and now we do have this log mode, which makes quite a bit of a difference. Let me actually show you a sample of the same. So in the pro mode, you can toggle between the log video and regular video. So guys, this is in the pro mode, and I'm actually using the log recording, and by default, if you notice, the colors will look very, very muted. But for someone who actually does the editing etc. and does the color calibration, this is really, really good. To give you an idea, this is the dull look, but now I have tweaked it in the post-processing using computer. In fact, many of the high-end cameras, dedicated cameras, shoot and lock. So it's nice to see that Samsung is providing this lock functionality built in to this S25 Ultra. So guys, these are my initial observations of using the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. And overall, if you look at it as a package, yes, there are a lot of improvements under the hood, and again, it's a lot more polished product. Yes, of course, if you already have the S24 Ultra, I don't think so this is a must-have upgrade or something. But let's say if you're having something older than the S23 series or anything like that, and you are always looking for this Ultra device, then definitely you can have a look at this one. Let me also talk about some of the pricing. And as right now it's in the ordering stage, there are some discounts that are running. In fact, if you can see the screenshot, there are some upgrades that Samsung is offering during this pre-order stage. You can get the upgrade, as I've told you. Even if you order the 256 gigabyte variant, you get bumped up to that 512 gigabyte storage variant, which is about 12,000 rupees more. Also, you can get loyalty bonus, also upgrade bonus that they call 9,000 rupees extra. And apart from that, we also have, if you have HDFC cards, you can get a discount up to 8,000 rupees. Again, I'll leave the link of Samsung's official website so that you can have a more info regarding the pricing and the offers. Again, these are some launch offers. Anyways guys, I will also be posting the full in-depth review of this Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra after about 2-3 weeks. So again, stay tuned to my channel for that. But what do you guys feel about the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.